Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic. Welcome to the channel. Today we're at the Rainbow Club of Henderson, where I'm gonna have a meal with travel agent Bob. We're gonna talk about travel. Travel, guys. All kinds of travel. Maybe mostly cruises. We'll see. All right. So here we are at the Triple B Dining. Let's sit down and wait for Bob. All right, guys, we're seated, and this is Travel Agent Bob. All right, so today we have the Las Vegas Advisor coupon book, of which there is a coupon, buy one get one free, guys. We're gonna buy one and get one free. What are you thinking, Bob?
I am thinking something light for me because of the time today. I am already pretty satisfied, so I may just get a salad. We'll see. I haven't had their salad.
Salad.
I've tried everything else almost on this menu over the years. I think the salad is the one thing I have not tried.
Chef salad, maybe?
Cobb salad.
They have?
Rainbow Club Cobb salad.
Oh, Rainbow Club Cobb salad. Oh, that sounds good, guys. So that's $13.99. Let's see, what can I get that's $13.99? Aha!
Pretty much everything else.
Check out this menu of entrees.
I'm gonna try the Rainbow Club Cobb salad.
Cobb salad?
Yes,
What kind of dressing?
ranch. No blue cheese.
No what?
No blue cheese. The blue cheese crumble.
That's good.
Can you get on the side?
Got it.
I'll have your open face hot turkey.
All right. You want super salad too?
What's today's soup?
You have cream of chicken.
Cream of chicken. I'll take the soup.
Okay. Alrighty then. Blue cheese on the side.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of blue cheese, but I'll try some.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Why so, Bob? What type of travel agent are you?
My specialty is cruising. Cruises for families, adults. The brands I represent are Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Virgin Voyages, MSC, Viking, Explorer Journeys, and Silver Sea.
I see. That's a lot of cruise lines, guys.
Just a few. Most agents they try to stick with one group. I don't book all that much. I began this for just myself and my wife, and for friends. So I don't have a lot of bookings. So I allow myself to do a broader spectrum of cruise lines. So try to match friends and my clients with cruise line that fits their specific needs, whether it be family, whether they just be couples, or if they're solo. Because a lot of people don't know that when cruising, most cruise lines do offer solo cabins, so you only have to pay. You don't have to pay. Some of them they ask you to pay a solo supplement, some you do not. So, meaning all cruise lines are set up like hotels. When you set up a room, it's based on double occupancy. So with that, doing a single supplement, you only have to pay for one person. Room is small, you cannot get two people in it, but it works out good. Works out perfect for those solo travelers. So
I just so happen to be a solo traveler.
there you go. There you go.
See. Yeah. So I had once put a poll on my channel a while back, right? I asked the people, do you want to see me in like mega ship, like icon class, Royal Caribbean and things like that, or regular cruise ship? 75% said the big mega, new one.
A lot of people like it. I have not been on any of the icon class ships yet. The largest I've been on is a quantum class, which is just under the quantum plus. Then there's the Oasis class, and then there's the icon class. A lot of people that I know that have been on the icon class, though, they state that you don't feel crowded at all. They said there's so much room, there's so many things to do, you don't feel crowded at all on the ship. And that is the main reason I have not tried one, because I cannot talk the wife into getting on one because she thinks it's going to be too crowded. So we're working. I'm working on it, working my way up. So we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about the one that's just been built called the Legend of the Sea.
That one is just gonna, I believe it hits the water next month. Next month of July 4th is the July 4th weekend, I believe, is the first cruise.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's take a closer look at this. Yeah, so I'm thinking I might book it for when it comes to America. There's a January 31st sailing. I'm thinking about it. It is pricey.
It is.
Yeah.
It is going to be pricey because it's a new ship. So
Yes.
yeah, and the cheapest on the brand new ship, the cheapest cruise initially is going to be when it transfers from the east, from where it's berthed to the U.S., the transatlantic. That's going to be the cheapest. Then once it gets here, prices are going to also. And they're going to move it. They're of course going to move the ship to wherever they can make sure that they get premium berthing, meaning they can fill it up quick. A lot of the big ships, they're having no issues filling them up. So
Yeah.
a lot of people, and they do like that, but of course you're paying a little premium, paying a slightly premium price. Where on an Icon class ship, if you go on a cruise for 3 or 4 days, on their older ships, you pay a little bit more. You can go for a 7 to 10 day cruise. So, you balance out what your wants and needs are for. If you need a quick getaway, job is stressing you out, the kids are stressing you out, 3 or 4 days will help. But if you're looking to take the family, then 7 to 10 days is what you want.
So, I was just wondering, what do you think is the cheapest cruise that you would go on? Now, I understand there are some cruises that are so cheap that you don't want to go on. It's like all the reports are negative. So what's the cheapest thing you would say is good?
Well, first, the word cheap, I prefer inexpensive.
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 Yes,
but
not
but
expensive.
it determines what you mean by inexpensive. Are you looking for an inexpensive cruise period or inexpensive cruise line? One of the least expensive cruise lines are MSC. MSC is one of the least expensive, but they have big ships. A lot of people have issues with it because the ships are very European in style and in their settings. Their customer service is not as dedicated as some of the American style cruise lines, but the prices that they have are very, very good. The complaints that everyone has, not mostly, but everyone has, is once you get on there, because to get in is so cheap, they nickel and dime you for everything once you get on the ship. So you have to be careful. Be aware of that. They're going to try to hit you up for photos or drink package or food and whatever. But to get on the ship, yes, the rooms, the rates, very, very, very inexpensive. So, and the cheapest cruises, of course, are the transatlantic. Any transatlantic or trans-Pacific cruises when ships are moving from one station to another for a season. Those are the least expensive cruise times, or off-season. Off-season, of course, is when a season is ending, like Alaska is just getting ready to begin. So those are gonna fill up really quick. But near the end of summer, when that's breaking off, that's one of the better times to get an Alaska cruise. So, yeah, you want to try to get in the off seasons, or transatlantic, trans-Pacific. Holy crud.
For you?
Wow. Yeah, I just wanted a small eatery salad.
Thank you.
Man.
My gosh, that's a mountain.
Holy, wow.
That is a
You didn't
mountain.
warn me. Show Maria? Okay.
My favorite color.
It looks good on you.
Enjoy, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Wow,
That's a Cobb salad.
that is a ridiculous.
It is.
And you want to not eat so much. Look at this.
I know.
Cobb
I
salad.
know.
Oh my God.
I thought I was
There's
going to
no
be getting.
way.
I thought I was going to be getting something just to
You cannot finish.
snack on.
No one can finish that. Maybe a cow could finish that.
I should have asked for a to-go box right away. Man,
Oh my goodness.
this is crazy. The only line that I know that has done the opposite of that is Virgin Voyages right now, which they have what's called a content creators cruise. So that's all that's going to be on the ship are content creators. So that's a Virgin Voyages. You can look it up, or I can send you information on it. But it's all the ship is just going to be full of content creators.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not free. I believe it is discounted a little bit, but not too much. But that's all that's on the ship are content
That's
creators.
interesting.
Yes. Content creators only.
Only.
Yeah. So it's like it's set up to broadcast and get them more in the media light. Virgin being one of the smallest cruise lines, they only have 4 ships. Their newest ship is a Brilliant Lady, which has been out on the water for less than a year. Everything is excellent. Brilliant Lady is their 4th ship, which has been on the water for less than a year. My wife and I have been on it twice already. It transitioned from the port, from the ships where it was built, to Canada, east coast of Canada, and it did northern Canada, Nova Scotia area for a while. And then it went from, my wife and I caught it as a reposition from there down to Florida for the Caribbean. It did we did that cruise, which was a great cruise. Then it did the Caribbean for a few months. Then after that, it did the Panama Canal and repositioned itself to it's repositioned in LA. When it repositioned in LA, it had a travel agents day. So it had a full day. Travel agents, West Coast travel agents were invited to come onto the ship, see everything that Virgin Voyage has to offer, so that agents can better organize and set up for their clients if they were to book them on a cruise on the ship. And I had already been on the ship twice before. I'm already familiar with the ship, so I walked around, did some videos, which I put on my channel, and I showed a couple of the berths, which are a solo cabin, inside cabin for 2, and some of the Rockstar cabins, which are the suites. So on my previous videos over the years, my first visit on their line, I showed some of their other cabins, which are the Sea Terrace and Sea Terrace XL, which are the most common of the cabins for Virgin, which all have balconies, all have hammocks. These are the most common staterooms on Virgin. But this time, as I said, for that Agents Day, I showed what are called the suites. Costly, very nice, but probably a little bit out of my price range and out of the price range of most people. So,
Really?
but they're nice. So, and now that was early last month, and it did Mexican Riviera. So, the end of this month, it repositions up to Vancouver, British Columbia, Seattle, and then it's going to be going Seattle up into Alaska, Then on its way back, it has to hit Vancouver, British Columbia before it comes back in Seattle. So this is going to be the first Virgin Atlantic cruise line on the West Coast, and it's going to be doing Alaska. So a lot of people are looking forward to that. And as a lot of people know, Virgin Voyages is adult only, 18 years or older, no kids. So that's one of the great things about it.
Oh, good. No screaming.
No screaming.
Oh.
Right now, Carnival is making changes to their drink packages, to their status loyalty packages. So everyone else might be following pretty shortly. The one good thing about Virgin that was different is that everything, when you book a cruise, everything is included. Drinks, not alcohol, but coffees, soda, water, all included. Gratuities used to be included until a few months ago. Now gratuities are a separate line item. You can change it as needed, but everything is included. So when you book a room, the price that you see is per room, not per person. So if you're looking at it, some rooms you can fit 2, some rooms you can fit 3, some rooms you can fit 4. So if you're looking at a room, you can get 2 more people with you in some cases. Break that down, a little bit cheaper fare. The rooms are very comfortable. They're comfortable for 2, most definitely comfortable for 4. So, but you have to know you have to know who you're in a room with, or else. And I most definitely recommend the Sea Terrace XL, which Sea Terrace XL, same size room, comfortable, but the bathroom is larger, so a little bit more space in the bathroom. And I know you've seen some of the restrooms. I believe, I can't remember, you were on MSC Seascape? Oh no, Miravilia. Yeah, I remember that restroom was kind of tiny, wasn't it? Was it a little close in there? Close quarters, was it good enough for 2 people?
I
You
guess.
like some more water too?
Yeah, I'll take more water, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think any cruise cabin, the people in there gotta have come from a place where they're already living together in very tight quarters. Maybe brother and sister, husband and wife, that they're used to it. And I can just imagine like getting a friend, hey, come on, join me for a cruise. The next thing you know, you're sitting there like, you son of a...
Some people do it. Some people do it.
No. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Robert, can you eat all that?
No, I am going to be looking at a to-go box.
I see that.
This was huge.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's 4 salads in one.
Yeah. This is for like a family.
That's a lot.
Is it normal like this, or you just do it because you're just messing with Bob?
I was gonna say she could just be messing with me. No.
Yeah, I go, oh, you want salad, huh? Here. Bam.
Everything here is they give a lot.
Yeah. That's a huge portion, guys.
Yeah, that's why we
do
still
you
come
love
here.
salad?
I'd love to go on one of the Icon class ships, but can't talk to wife. And I'm looking at going out of Galveston in late September on MSC Seascape. Never been out of Galveston, Texas before, so
Yeah, me neither.
I hear things about that port that are good and not so good. But I want to try it MSC ship though too, because I need to be able to recommend that
I see.
for my clients.
Yeah, because coming up on May like 23rd or something like that, they have the Icon of the Seas for like 2,100, right? Which is what I would pay as a single, right? I was thinking about it, but it's such a rush to get to Florida. And then it's Icon, it's the older one, right? And then Legend is coming. And then the Hero is coming. And I'm thinking like, should I just go now? Or wait for 2,100? And then do that and say, hey guys, that's the biggest cruise ship, blah blah blah, yada yada, right? Or do I wait until the Legend comes over and get on that for about 2,200. And then say, oh, look, this is the newest one. It just got built and came over here and yada, yada, yada.
It depends on if you're going to be doing content on it. You always want to try to do the newest and biggest. Now, understand that by biggest, it could just be by a few feet. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no
9
physical
feet
difference.
longer, you know?
Exactly.
I was like, that.
Yeah,
that's
no,
the biggest, 9 feet
Yeah.
longer. You know.
So it may not have, no visible difference. So, but with most people, the pocketbook is a concern. So, the lesser costing one would be the one to go with.
No, like they both cost almost the same.
Yeah.
Just that the one for May on the older ship is 7 days, and the upcoming January of 2027, that one is like 6 days. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't need an extra day, you know. And they get to say like, oh, I'm on the newest one, but does it really matter?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And it also, for me, for my clients, for my friends, I try not to push the latest and greatest. I recommend cruises that will expand your mind, your knowledge base, your worldly views. Go to places that you've only read in books. Cruises can get you there. Even if only for a few hours, it can get you there. I don't tend to try to book people who want 3-day parties or go to a private island that Royal Caribbean Embassy owns, where you're just going to be paying even more to them on their island for a different drink package that doesn't work on the ship. That's all money in their pocket. Yes, it's going to take away from me, but I want people to get out and see the world. So that's why I have a niche little group that I like to work with. So I want people to get out, see the world, have fun. Also, do your homework. If you don't do your homework, that's what I'm here for. Break it down to you, what it's going to cost you per day, based on what you would pay if you go somewhere and stay in a hotel and eat food. Knowing that when you're on the ship, you have free entertainment, you get free food other than specialty restaurants, you get free drinks unless you get the drink package. So, sustenance, home care, and everything is going to be taken care of. That's going to be all part of the price you pay. If you go to a destination, once you get to the hotel, you're paying daily for the hotel, you're paying daily for the food, whatever. Break that down the ship. A ship cruise is ideally going to be cheaper. Ideally, it is cheaper to fly outside of the U.S. and take a cruise because the port expenses are much less. U.S. port expenses are extremely high, difficult, but a lot of the ships, of course, are ported out of Miami, and so that's where everybody goes. But if you can, worldly, a lot of people don't like flying, but that's where some of the better deals are, better world visions are. Fly somewhere, take a cruise, and then fly back home. That's what I'm for.
But what if you fly, let's say like there's a Mediterranean cruise, and then let's say it starts in Italy, but you don't speak Italian, and you fly there, get off the airport, you're like, oh, I'm screwed.
My wife and I have never had an issue with language in any country we've been in. We've been to China, Vietnam, Philippines, Korea, Japan, Russia, Slovenia, Estonia, Finland, Amsterdam. We have never had a language barrier. Most countries that we go to, the people speak enough English so that you can understand them. My wife and I actually, traveling in Japan, traveling in China, we had a much easier time doing public transportation than we've had here in the US. We have a harder time taking public transportation here than we had in China or even Russia. Russia is one place that they don't suggest you do any public transportation or anything on your own because of the political climate. But at Japan and China, take the bullet train, take the trains, take the subway, take everything. not an issue. We can't read it. Tell people, kind of mumble what we want or point, and they tell you blah, 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 blah. People are very helpful, help you get through. The trains in Japan and China, always on time. You don't have to worry about getting anywhere, missing anything. No language barrier. A lot of people are afraid of language barriers. If you're afraid of language barriers, don't let that inhibit you. Everybody has a phone now. There's Google Translate on most phones. You can do that for in most cases. But I've never been an issue, a language barrier. Yeah, this is way too much. Man.
They should have mentioned that in the menu.
Yeah.
It's
Or I had a picture of it. There wasn't even a picture of it. Something else most people are not aware of. Most travel agents, there is no cost to you to use a travel agent. Travel agents are paid commission by the cruise line. Used to be by the airlines. Not too many airlines offer commissions anymore. Hotels. So some travel agents do have an upfront fee for their services. That way, they helps them stay in business. Because even if you don't book with them, their information is not free. My information is free. Call me with any questions you have. Even if you don't book with me, I'm still going to try to help you get the cruise line or find the information that you want and need to make your cruise vacation a memorable cruise vacation. So
You mean them, right?
all of you,
Okay. Just want to make
Everyone.
sure that you know.
including Danny,
Okay.
all of Danny's viewers, because I only have 2 viewers right now. But yeah, you want to make sure you're doing research into a travel agent. Look into the background. Look to see if they've done what you're looking to do. You don't want a cruise agent who's never been on a cruise. You don't want someone recommending an airline to you that is afraid of flying. To me, it just doesn't. It makes no sense. So. I have a few links. When you look at my information, you can see all the places I've been. I can recommend quite a few places. I can recommend excursions in certain places, airlines to get to certain places, things of that nature. That is what a travel agent is there for you to do. So, and remember, information, especially with me, is free.
Free, guys.
Free.
All right. So, I'm done with my turkey platter. I'll tell you, it's all right. It is turkey platter. It's inexpensive. The soup is inexpensive. The salad, oh my God, $13.99. All that salad.
I forgot to bring some rabbits with me.
Yeah.
Holy crud.
All right. So, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go home and do some more research.
Thank you for having me, Dan.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Trying to finish this salad. Ugh.
You're never gonna finish.
No.
Even if you take it home,
No,
it's
no.
just gonna wilt. And
It's going to work. Exactly.